Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, 7 Monkey Gaming. Today I'm gonna be doing a Gara build. It's gonna be a Gara build and a review. And with Gara, the video is gonna be pretty long, so I'm gonna, as always, do the build in the beginning. So if you just want to see the build, then you can just watch the quick build, and at the end I'll discuss on how she works and everything because with her, yeah, there's a lot of things that you have to do this or that. I'll explain it later. I didn't get it at first either, so if you don't get it, stick around and maybe you'll learn something. Or if I left something out, comment below. I mean, as I said, I don't know it all. And well, let's jump right into the build. Okay, guys, let's get right into the build. So there's an A, B, and C. My A is the one I run the most. It's a all-around build. I just built this one for duration. I want to keep up that 90% damage reduction. I know you need like a 130 or something power strength, but I got a little more just in case if I wanted to do other things. And my B is mostly for fun. It's for the number 1. I'll show you an example. Okay, so her C config, it's mostly for her 2 and 4. They can actually do damage too. After I'll get through the abilities. If you don't have her, you wouldn't know. So I'm gonna explain her abilities now. So that's it for the build section, and let's get right into her abilities. Okay, so her number 1 ability is Shattered Lash, and it does this. Okay, so basically the number 1, the way it works is that you can just do a simple piercing, or you can just hold on to it and it does that, which is pretty cool. And well, let's get on to the second ability. Okay, so our second ability is called Splinter Storm, and basically that ability is the one that gives you the 90% damage reduction, and this is the way it works. Okay guys, so the way the number 2 works is cast it on yourself and you get the 90% damage reduction. You can also cast it on your friends to get that. So anybody on your team, you can even cast it onto like mobile defense targets and defense targets, basically almost anything. You can cast it on Kubros and stuff like that too. So well, you can also cast it on the enemies to damage them. So well, that's the way number 2 works basically. Okay, off to her third ability. It's called Spectral Ridge. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure, but here's the way it works. Okay, so this is how it works. You cast it and oh, there you go. You cast it and then the enemies just like shoot it or whatever, and then it explodes and it does damage. I think out of all her abilities, I think number 3 is probably the trash ability, because it's not that big and it's not that powerful. So yeah, I don't really use this one. But well, off to her 4th ability. Okay, so her 4th ability is called Mass Vitrify, and this is what it does. So Gara's 4th ability, you just turn it on, and anything that's inside of the glass shield will turn into glass, and anything outside cannot get in the glass. But there's another use for it. You can also press 1 and break the glass and kill anything outside of the glass. So there's a dual use. Gara has a lot of dual use. So yeah, she's very versatile. She can protect and kill at the same time. So yeah, pretty good. And this one more thing, other thing I wanted to show you was basically instead of being inside the circle, you're outside of it, and you break it. And each time you do that, it gives the glass that flies around the number 2 to get stronger and be able to kill the enemies. And right now, I think it stacks, and it doesn't. There's no cap to it right now, but I'm pretty sure there will be. But as of the time I made this video, there isn't. So well, So this is the way it works. After I did it a couple of times, I'll just come out here and the enemies die. See? So if that wasn't enough, I forgot to mention her passive. She also blinds them. So you can use a covert lethality blade, and there goes that level 125 heavy gunner with one shot. So yeah, she's pretty OP. Okay, so what do I think of Gara? Even after, well, I had a real hard time getting her because I started when the planes first started, and well, the grind was a lot, but the problem was it was still really glitchy, and you know sometimes I'll play it and the mission just ended or aborted in the middle, and it really frustrated me. I mean, Gara hands down was the most frustrating frame for me to get. Not because it was hard, but because of all the glitches and stuff. And in the end, do I still think she's worth it? Yes, she is. I mean, she's worth it with all the glitch, all the, I mean, how hard it was. She's worth it. But the only thing is, um, well, I don't know if it's a bad thing, but she pretty much made a couple of frames obsolete to me. Maybe not to you guys, but to me. For example, Frost, right? Frost, you play him because you don't want the enemies to shoot in, correct? So it doesn't really stop the enemy. I mean, you put on the augment, but it stops them sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, or you have to recast it, right? In order to get the enemies out or whatever. But then you play with Vauban to keep the enemies out, but the enemies can still shoot in, correct? So then you play Limbo. Limbo can keep the enemy out, right? And keep them from shooting in, but you cannot shoot nobody, you just have to melee, correct? But with Gara, you can do them all, and I mean, there's no minus. Even with Frost, let's say if you were playing defense like Akkad or something, and someone puts up a big old frost bubble and you cannot shoot through, correct? But with Gara, right now you can shoot through, even if you're outside the ring. You don't even have to be inside. So yeah, there's not much bad things to say about Gara. She can defense. She can even, like, let's say you have a real squishy frame like a Banshee, right? Banshee is really good, but she's just really squishy, right? You just cast the number 2 on her and make her like 90% damage reduction. I mean, that's a lot. So yeah, I say Gara is one of the best frames. I mean, she's my favorite frame right now. I mean, hands down. I mean, I always play like different frames for different reasons, you know. But I don't know. She pretty much took them out of the running. So I don't know. You guys get her, and then you guys judge. But for now, yeah, I only have praise. Well, yeah, this video has been long enough. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.